Hello and welcome to SplitCoreGaming. This video is basically a test video, and I have something interesting that I do wish to share even though the website isn't technically live. I think you'd all appreciate this. I think I have the first capture of a tank on the online multiplayer. The problem is, however, as much as I went around getting it, it was near impossible to get out. So this video is going to cover the journey into it. You can see the absolute chaos as new systems are put into place. Anyone who did manage to get online yesterday and on launch would realize that a lot of things, including simple things as gates, were pretty much non-efficient. And what can I say? Like I said, this video is not a representation of the quality of the website. It's not really a preparation in any shape or form. I just feel that this needs to be shared with you. So I'll talk you through what I'm doing here. You also have to excuse me, is first test of new recording hardware, so this is pretty much new grounds for myself, as well as preparation and processing. So everyone knows where the military base is online. If you haven't, then you obviously haven't even played single player. So you basically can approach it in several ways. In single player, the safest way is usually getting a military vehicle. Sadly, this does not work online due to they will not open the gates at all. So if you follow what I'm up to, I found a way which pretty much guarantees a 100% guarantee to get in every time. The problem is you immediately get recognized and it creates a severe problem. So I believe at this point I am just setting things up, making sure that I got quite a lot of backup with my fellow people in the party chat. So if you take the right side, I believe it's from the east, head up to the northern point of the military barracks and follow the fence around. It's not the first rock formation, it will be the second rock formation. Now you see here, any vehicle works as long as it's not heavy like a truck or a hatchback, and literally just drive straight across the spine and flick yourself in. So pretty much drove in, didn't expect anything, and you'll see in a moment I had the fright of my life, literally screaming like a girl on the mic. And there we go. Instantly, tanks appearing everywhere. They were not there yesterday. So I'm panicking now, trying to find out what to do. Rule number one is zigzag to save your life. Hoping there was a vehicle on the runway, not that lucky. Anyone who rides the bikes will also realise that it is pretty damn dangerous. One little knock will normally, especially online, launch you flying. It's quite erratic if you want to do it or not. Of course, I come back and I see this. I have no idea what's going on, so I literally use it as cover, climb on so it cannot shoot me. See the other tank coming, crapping myself, and managed to get the capture. Like, none of this was possible on launch or even last night, UK time. So basically proceed to annihilate the hell out of this other tank. Trying to figure out what I'm actually stuck on. Reverse over my own bike, which is going to cost me repairs. And proceed for a absolute obliteration. So I spend a good further 5 minutes now, and you see it's great actually gaining this kind of achievement, but trying to get it out is a completely different thing in itself. I also got to apologise if there's a lot of pops or hissing. I am waiting for my microphone pop shield. So that's another reason I wasn't going to do any videos like this. I wanted to kind of launch with a level of quality. Hopefully though people will appreciate this one. But yeah, I go down to the fence now and you'll see the issue I'm having. Not only is it indestructible, but they do not open. This is not only just for players, but actually the AI as well. So if you ever actually tick off the military and stand by the fence, it's quite funny. I also have to note, as I'm actually proceeding with this, my fellow crew on the other side of the map the more enemies that spawned on me due to the destruction and continuous, just, you know, obliteration, was actually causing the traffic in the world to cease loading. I had numerous players ripping into me just for the fact that there were no vehicles even on main motorways. But yeah, like I said, it's great kind of getting this thing, but if anyone can figure out how to actually get it out while the fences are not working, I would really appreciate that. Of course, if you get a jet, you just simply fly it out, and same with the helicopters. But I had a quick search on YouTube literally a few minutes before setting this up. It's pretty rough setup, even software, filters, audio, you know, the works. So, you know, don't take this as a representation of the overall quality of the website. But we all got to start somewhere. But yeah, this is the other entranceway, also rock solid. Drive the tank in and absolute no reaction. No physics, nothing, which is really quite irritating. So my last approach is hopefully get back on the runway and get a air vehicle. I noticed this helicopter above me. Sadly, it doesn't come down low enough. And this is where the server literally dropped or spawning. For some reason, I had the police and the military presence, and it gets even weirder. We suddenly have cop cars in the military base rather than actually military vehicles. It's also worth noting that the tank is not indestructible. You'll actually see it slowly smoking as we go. It seems even the bullets over a long period of time, especially with the amount of vehicles they throw into me, really seems to take its toll. But yeah, for you who haven't had the luxury of getting online, it's quite an impressive game. As you can see, it's quite impressive with the amount of AI, especially when you consider the amount of players doing their own thing. This is probably the first instance I know of as well where just literally the amount of carnage has managed to bring down the server. There's another thing a lot of people have documented. It seems a lot of wreckages, especially caused by other players, do not synchronize correctly with people out of the area. Probably a good example would have been when I originally picked up the tank. That could have been one of the desynchronizations in effect, because the jet was blown up even though I could not visually see it on returning. But yeah, now I suddenly end up with SWAT people, and I just, you know, no challenge. Guy screaming on the floor, felt sorry for him. I would love to know how all these vehicles are getting in, considering I can't even get through a fence. Really quite disappointing that the gates do not work when me and my crew, as it were in GTA's terms, are trying to figure out if this is intentional to keep server load down or not. It seems a bit odd to lock off an area if it's still fully, you know, dynamic. Another possibility could be it's just a simple desynchronization, so that'll be quite interesting to see if it gets fixed. I do love those trucks though, they just do everything in their power to ram you. So yeah, this is where the tank has basically had enough, and I just don't survive much longer. So yeah, like I said, this is a pure test video. If you liked it, then please let me know. Feel free to leave comments, and even so to actually check out the website. It's not live at the moment, however, an article will be going up tomorrow. So thanks very much and have fun.